let's do this one last time, shall we? One last time. That's all we have to do this for. How you going? Let's go. What's happening? What's popping? It's time. Glasgow Derby battle. I mean, I say a battle. This is probably the kind of least warlike battle there will be this season in terms of what you're playing for. But when there's bragging rights on the line, I think you want to kind of stamp your authority. Rangers have probably been the better of the two sides when it comes to the domestic meetings this season. Of course, the one win that we got was probably in the funnier situation when we managed to take it in the Scottish kind of League Cup final. But besides that, it's been very much kind of more or less one-way traffic, let's say. So a win today would be quite nice. There's been a couple of interesting kind of games leading up to this. Obviously, the last few have been pretty intrinsically fun to watch, let's say. Of course, obviously, we managed to wrap up the title last week, which was always fun. Can't really complain about that performance. It was perfect from start to finish, and more importantly, Rangers weren't looking particularly too convincing against St Mirren. They drew 2 each in that match, if I remember right anyway, but nonetheless, it should kind of tee this one up to be a bit more, fun, especially given the fact that Celtic are definitely not full strength. We are missing a lot of starters. We're missing Kuhn, we're missing Johnston, we're missing Jota, we're missing Schmeichel. Trusty's on the bench as well, so is Schlupp. So again, it's not as if we're going full strength from the get-go. I suppose for those that are in here early doors, actually should just very quickly pull up all the things that I need to pull up so you can get a little gander and idea of what I'm talking about. But how you doing, Harry? Nice to see you, mate. Likewise with you, Flash. I mean, I'm sitting in here with him and Discord now, just kind of vibing. So for those that are in that Discord anyway, you'll kind of see us up there chatting. How you doing, Greg? Nice to see you as well. Hello to you as well. Hope you're having a good one. We should pull these up and we should kind of have a little gander at it. So like I said, I mean, Rangers have pretty much got about as good as a squad as they can manage to put on the field at this point in time. It's different for Celtic. I mean, the lineup is, for better lack of the term, not very good. Having one main starting centre-back isn't exactly something that you want to particularly be seeing. Just Carter Vickers, the rest of them, you can make the case they're second or third choice. So, not particularly great when you're going away from home to a place where you don't really have a particularly great track record, especially this season, just as a whole. So it'd be nice to kind of, have them play a good game. I know Ralston and Taylor, they'll dig in. That Scottish kind of trait will always be there where you'll play for the badge. You know how much this game means. So I don't expect them to play bad. I just expect them to be a bit maybe inconsistent, especially Ralston, given the fact that, of course, he's not played too many, starting minutes, let's say. Obviously, everyone would have preferred Johnston, but that just wasn't meant to be. The only part of the team that is as good as you can ask it to be is the midfield, although people would make the case that maybe Paulo could have started this one. McCowan, if you're going for a kind of overall change of team where you're adding in a bunch of different people, why not throw someone like McCowan into a game like this? It would have actually made a lot of sense, but nonetheless, it's going to be Angels and Rio that starts the other side of McGregor. I don't mind that too much. The front three is obviously where things got tricky because of the injury to Jota last week. For those that don't know, he's out for at least a good number of months. I think the minimum is 8. We're looking more close towards 9 or 10 though, so that's always fun. So that means Maeda's going to be pushed back into his natural position by choice or by nature. That's where he's going to have to play, and of course that means that Ida will have to come back into the team to kind of fulfil that role until the end of the season, which could be a very good thing for us. It might surprise them having a bit more of a physical presence up front, especially with the fact that they have very good, capable, tall defenders that can kind of easily clear a lot of the loose balls into the box. They're kind of like us in set pieces though. They're not very comfortable with those, so maybe that's where either can come in use from like a corner situation or something. Certainly damage can be done in that sense, but again, I don't mind the lineup too much. It's just the simple case of the fact that it isn't clearly our first strength string, let's say. It's not our full strength side, but nonetheless I'm confident. I mean, like I kind of was speaking to a few people about what the potential results for the last for the last few, they've not been too great for us, but again, I have confidence that this is kind of like a draw or a very tight win. I was speaking to Dylan about it earlier on. I was kind of saying that this has like a 2-2 written all over it, where like Rangers, they're not really playing full strength, they're not really going to be giving 100%, they know there isn't anything to really gain from it besides, like I said, those bragging rights. And for Celtic, it's pretty much just a kind of show of force to show that, competence isn't exactly something that's in this team. But like I said, based on the way that we've lined out, based on the way that we've kind of set things up, we're definitely going to be the kind of second rate side in this one. A lot of the chances I feel like might probably go Rangers' way, but again, Celtic are one of those sides that sometimes we have 35 shots, 5 on target, and we don't score any, and then there's times we'll have 3 shots, 3 on target, and score them all. So you know, it's about chance creation today, and again with Forrest and Maeda being tricky wingers, that's going to be good for us in terms of offensive creation. With either being through the middle, it kind of just opens up a few lanes and hopefully kind of counters the kind of system, let's say, that Rangers kind of have. And again, bench options, we do have a couple should we need them, but the kind of key things to notice is, like I said, there's no Kuhn either as well as Johnston, so it's more or less just overchanged. And I mean, good for Sean, I guess. When McCardle gets a wee nod for this, I don't think he'll get any minutes. I mean, it will be very desperate if we do see him at the pitch at any given point in time, but for the most part, I like it. I don't think it's bad at all. Obviously, I think Nowitzki would have been a better choice to start this one, but Scales does play alright in Old Firms, so, you know, you've got to kind of take that into consideration. I think the only main thing that I was kind of hoping to see is that Maeda would have stayed through the middle, and we would have just played Yang on the left and maybe Forrest on the right. But again, I think you want to prioritise just having that option there. So I get Rodgers is thinking with the kind of front three that we've gone with, but I mean, yeah, you've got to say in terms of on paper, Rangers probably have the stronger side to start the game. We do have bench options that can certainly strengthen it. So there we go. How you doing, Mr. Nice to see you, mate. Not 100% positive today, but we're here, damn right, mate. That's essentially it. We turn up regardless. And how you doing, Stephen? Nice to see you as well. Getting these tangerine bastards, fair enough. Can't really argue with that. I mean, to be fair, it's a nice day for it, to be fair. You can't really argue with it. The away, it's always nice to see the away support there. You know what I mean? There's always something nice and satisfying about that. That's very kind of you. Welcome, that. How you doing? No, I appreciate that as well, Kevin. Member for 5 months. We do absolutely love that kind of these Huns. We'll just say Hun because that's what's on the screen, but I think we know what you were saying there. They're just running through, obviously, their kind of pre-match predictions. Got McFadden and Boyd, the usual suspects, just talking about it on Sky the night. I think I was going to say, I think they have a tifo at the ready, and it seems that's going to be the case. But I'll kind of touch on Rangers lineup quickly for those that are interested, or maybe those that are here that are Rangers fans. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but if you are, hello, welcome. For yous, it's pretty straightforward. It's actually a pretty decent side as well when you look at it on paper. A couple of good youngsters to kind of make things interesting. And again, for the most part, you can't really argue with the system, let's say, that they've kind of played with over the last few weeks. It's very much do or die, kamikaze attacking football. It's not really too much focused on defence, which is why in my head this kind of has like a 2-2 written all over it, because while they're not particularly known for being defensively sound, it's not as if Celtic are either, especially on quick counters, and they do have their strongest kind of attacking areas down those wings through Czerny and Barami. Very, very solid. And of course Diamonde and Dessers. I mean, Dessers has found his form probably a bit later than he would have wanted this season, but he has found his form at points, so you know, maybe there's an interesting aspect to see from him today. The back four is about what you would expect. Yefte, Balogun, Suter, Tavernier, pretty much what you would kind of normally expect. I mean, Kelly being in between the sticks, relatively fine, can't argue with that, and Raskin and Barron being their two kind of anchor midfielders alongside Diamonde, who's more or less their central attacking midfielder, should just you know, it will definitely give them more of an assertion to try and take a hold in the midfield. That's why I think a lot of Celtic's good work today will have to come from our midfield three. It's going to be a battle between obviously Diamande, Barron and Raskin, and obviously McGregor and Giles and Rio. Whoever wins that battle, it's definitely going to kind of swing the pendulum one way or the other, because again, you're getting the ball out to the wings and you've got two very good sets of wingers that can do damage. Of course, we know how good Dyson is. He's easily probably player of the season in this league, but you can't take away from the fact that, again, Rangers do have options that they can certainly rely on and cause some problems. Nice to see you, Schneb. Hope you're doing well. Likewise with you guys, likewise with you. You get chills, to be fair. It's nice that we've got like the away support back. Obviously, we've got a taste of the last match, but I mean, it's kind of obvious that there was not going to be a Guard of Honour or anything. That would be wishful thinking, but we might as well kind of just read out the lineups as things get ready to roll through here. So, like we said, for Rangers, let's have a rundown of it. It's Kelly in between the sticks, Tavernier and Yefte being their full back, Suter and Balogun being their two centre backs, or midfield holders anyway, or Barron and Raskin, and of course Diamonde playing as their anchor man, kind of drop in as necessary, but realistically they will kind of hold around that central attacking midfield spot. For their wingers, they've got, of course, Czerny, their Czech master of sorts. Definitely had a very good second half of the season, let's say. Actually, he's had a very good second half of the season, I won't even argue with it. And Brahmi on the other side as well, of course. Cyril Dessers starting ahead of them. And for Celtic, our lineup is as follows. It may not be full strength, but it's definitely good enough in a lot of ways. Sinisalo starts in between the sticks, who's not had a bad stint since he came in for Schmeichel. Taylor and Ralston are our full-backs, and hopefully the two Scots show up in force today and get some good tackles, and more importantly, some good crosses in. Scales and Carter Vickers are our two kind of holding centre-backs. Carter Vickers has to have a good game today. I fucking hope he does, because he was not particularly convincing in the last trip out to Ibrox, and of course in Gels, Rio and McGregor are that holding midfield free. The skipper, of course, always has to have a good game in these types of scenarios, so hopefully that's kind of the case today. Just having a look at their tifo though, quite interesting I suppose, but fair. The front three for us are pretty straightforward though. Forrest of course coming in because of the injuries to Kuhn, and of course Jota as well. We're kind of resting them for fatigue and fitness, and Jota's obviously just kind of out of the game for the next like 6 or 7 months. Think of him, he's pretty much gone until like halfway through the next Champions League campaign. So it's Forrest on that right hand side, and of course Maeda on the left, and Ida gets the nod up front. It will be interesting to see if the big man can get it to stick today, and if he does, then you know, that's good. But I think the key players to watch for us is obviously, I mean, Ralston, because he's not had too many minutes, so be, you know, can he adapt, can he kind of deal with the quick counters that come down his side, come down his flank, because again, you know, you'll have Forrest able to track back with him, but in Gels isn't exactly notoriously, you know, counter-defensive, so if they do decide to attack down that side, Ralston will need to be able to stand his ground. Of course, you can make the case for Forrest as well. He's still on that search for the goal that will make it pretty much historical for him. It'd be like 12 seasons straight, I believe, right? So, insane in itself. And hopefully he can get on the board today. That would be a bare minimum, man. Even if we lose this game, even if it's like a 3-2 defeat or something, I would like to see Forrest score. That would be the kind of bare minimum for me, if that makes sense. But of course, Dyson and Ida are very good goal scoring threats in their own right. Hopefully we get ourselves a decent enough performance for them, and if we do, then, well, we'll be quite interested. Just kind of going into the huddle and all that stuff then, I think. This one might be a bit more delayed than previously intended, I'll be honest. But we'll stick with it, because we're both in the community Discord now. You're more than welcome to join, by the way, it's in the link down below. Nice to see everyone with their familiar faces and all that good stuff. And so we're kind of just looking to keep the perfect start to the second split pretty much as pure as we can. Ball's about to get rolling on our screen here. Hopefully a good game's to be played. It's very noisy, very loud, very packed out, as you would expect, and of course a very high octane game to come. Of course the referee needs to do that shit, but he's like, oh, you need to wait an extra like 10-15 seconds. Gotta grab your prick, come on, let's get rolling. People have shit to do. There we go, balls are finally rolling. Rangers are going to send that one forward, see if they can immediately try and cause some pressure down that far side. We'll give us a refresh in about a minute or so, and you should be able to get a live kind of score of the field. How you doing? Nice to see you, Sarah. I hope you're doing well, and hello to you as well. Nervous as fuck. I can't even blame you there, guys. It's a good last stand kind of scenario. It shows what both teams kind of have to offer when there's nothing on the table. It's a very good, like, what's the best way to say it, like a complacency check, let's say, because obviously Rangers, you know, they don't have much to play for, but a win here is obviously going to keep their very strong record against us this season alive. Like I said, the only defeat they've actually taken from us was in the League Cup. It wasn't a domestic, you know, league defeat, let's say. It was just kind of their form in every other aspect of the word. Let's get us a refresh, and we should hopefully have Google with us. There we go, fantastic. Usually just takes them a little bit. There's a corner kick to be swung in for Rangers here, and it's awkward, and it's already a big chance. I'll tell you what, off the bar, and that might have been a very, very scary opening. Like I'd fucking just discussed like 5 minutes ago, Celtic will be very hard strong defensively, and that's a perfect example. Easily what gets away for his man Balogun, and he's basically free. It's an absolute free pop at goal, and it just misses a genuine sitter. That's like the best way I can put it. I don't understand how they've missed that. Case in point, man, fucking need to wake up straight out the gate, defensively fucking quiet. It's only taken them 60 seconds to show exactly what their game plan is. Hit hard, hit early, and then just sit on it. And it will fire up the Rangers fans as well, more importantly. Touching on some of the old firm stats, there's usually a goal in the first 15 minutes. Well, there was nearly a goal in the first minute, full stop. Well, that could have been something. It's kind of sent forward. Taylor just half pops it up. No one's really winning it. It's going blue all the way so far. Eventually, Taylor just kind of hooks it clear. And all 4 touches of the ball so far for Celtic have more or less just been clearances. Rangers clearly have a set tactic here. Like I said, because of Diamonde being pushed a bit more further forward, it means that whenever we've got the ball in our own defensive area, we're going to have to move it. We can't take 2-3 touches. It's going to have to be one move. Otherwise, yep, shit like this happens where you just lose the ball way too easy. It's played out towards the left-hand side. There's a chance for Rangers' edge of the area. Rolled in, good pressure for Angels. Kind of hustles just enough without actually taking the man down to get away with it. And it's just going to be played out from Ralston. And he just plays it out to the side as well. Fucking hell, man. Case in point, it's like you cunts are still on the bus. Can you maybe wake up a little bit? I get it, there's nothing to play for, but fuck's sake, man, you're getting paid the better part of 20 grand a week. You'd be throwing yourself around for that. How many Glaswegians that would throw hands just to be on that pitch? Already seems half-assed for a good amount of them. We've got to see a bit of fucking steadfast here. That's not a foul, surely it is, apparently, but Rangers, I think, realised that it was a bit soft. They just play it quickly anyway. No harm, no foul. Yefte cuts it back inside. Raskin will hold it up, trying to just bait-eyed it in, and to be fair, kind of half successfully does it, gets it back out to Yefte on the far side, and then we go back in. Ball played centrally, good taking touch for Diamonde, really calm actually, but again, Celtic get onto them, and apparently that's a foul. I'm not sure if there was contact or not, but need to wait to, if there is a reverse angle or whatever, maybe got the ball, maybe it didn't, hard to tell, but Rangers foul. Like I said, set pieces are not our specialty, and they seem to have realised that very quickly out of this one. I think the foreshadowing pan to Balogun there is not exactly something fun you want to see, but they've kind of set up a little different. Celtic are trying to do zonal marking, which is just fucking stupid, especially if it's an overlapping cross to the back post. Do not do this. There's the overlapping cross to the back post. It makes it awkward. It bounces down. I swear to fucking Christ, man. It's like you can see it coming, and yet they somehow don't. Ida manages to at least force the issue, so I appreciate you for that, big man. But I want you to see you doing more work on the other end, ideally. Not a satisfying opening 5 minutes. I'll say that for fucking free. Hopefully they tire themselves out with no goals. I mean, that's probably what Celtic's game plan is. Like, again, I'm not expecting us to play at our best. Obviously, we've got a few kind of second string players in the team now, but it's like we've already burned through our energy, if that makes sense. This is how you would expect Celtic to play in the 85th minute, let alone, you know, the 5th full stop. Just a little lethargic, kind of reacting a little late to the ball. Rangers seem switched on. You got to give them credit when it's due. It's a lovely send forward, and there's a chasing behind. That's the first kind of sign of something there. You know, it's light at the end of the tunnel. If the light was a gigantic truck about to smash into you at fucking Mach 10, but it's a sign, you know, it's something. We take it. How you doing? Looking nice to see you, my guy. Hope you're alright. I know the manager talking the game beforehand. It's about pride and respect. Well, I need to fucking see it. Don't know what it is with people saying we play. Oh, yeah, to be fair, Ralston did catch him quite hard there. I thought it was relatively soft until you seen that it was kind of studs into the side of the ankle. Honest attempt to the ball, but like I said, not really up to full fitness, so Gosparami just kind of comfortably pips into that one. I do needs to show up today. That'd be kind of the bare minimum, man. That'd be absolutely lovely. It's a calm pass back for Rangers, give him credit. Kelly makes a fucking mess of the clearance though, and that's a big chance, but this touch isn't particularly great. It shows that both sets of defences, they're not really comfortable there. Kelly could have put his team in the shit for a second there. Just Maeda's control a little lacking, but nonetheless, it's a bit of a sign at least we're seeing the other side of the pitch. That's a good ball forward too. Ida will get in front of him. He'll just kind of hold it up and try and force the issue, and gets a corner out. That's better, Ida. That's decent, big man. Forces it. Can't argue with that too much. Exactly what I wanted to see. Some decent enough hold-up play to force the issue, and I mean, Tav isn't happy with it, but it is as it is. Another poor start for Celtic. We know how this goes. At least we've done the real 55. I mean, yeah, I suppose. But I don't think either team is going to be playing at 100% today. It's just that Rangers have kind of came out the gate in second gear rather than, you know, not getting into the car at all. That's a decent-ish cross into the box, well dealt with. Good hold-up touch for Dyson. Getting pushed and pulled. Referee sees no problem with it, and then there's a break chance for Rangers. It's played far wide. You've got to step in there, man. Decides to try and stand them up instead, and that gives them time to just lay up an easy pass. What the fuck was that, man? Where's the urgency? That's better, Ida. That's much better. There we go. Potential break. Played forward. For it. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Once again, we do so well to kind of pip them on the counter-attack and we just don't take the right fucking touch again. Could have played Forrest through with such a simple through ball, but he tries to be too delicate with it, man. Forrest's reaction just fucking says it all. He doesn't really sort his feet out either. It's just horrible on all fronts. Especially with how good that pip steal was for Ida there. He just kind of pickpockets his man, gets the ball forward. Like, that's so good. Ball across is half dangerous, cleared away. And Celtic give a bit of momentum and pressure ourselves. I don't know what the hell was that, Taylor? And now Rangers have a chance to break, and that's what happens. Taylor steps out for some fucking reason, and all of a sudden, space is opened up. Here's Czerny from range. Big deflection. Good save, Sinisalo. Really good save for the Finn, but case of fucking point, man. Greg Taylor can't defend. Steps out, misses the header entirely, and it opens up that entire side of the pitch for Rangers to basically break down. One really good ball into the space, and Czerny, I mean, there's nothing really too wrong with the hit. Can't really fault the defending either. I mean, Ralston just about gets his leg in the way, but if that just takes a slightly softer deflection, thought it was saved by Sinisalo. It actually came off the top of the bar. It's shown that Ida chance again, though. It's just a mix of a really shit pass, and Forrest's just not really doing enough with it. Well, Sinisalo did save it, never mind. Must have been onto the ball. There's another corner that's near post, cleared away. Back to a shot in blue though. Tavernier will re-swing. That one's a little more dangerous. Fuck's sake. Good save. Sinisalo again. He's already had to be called upon twice. Got to give him credit because he had to get down relatively fast there. Oof. And again, we just go back to playing this out the back football where, again, you're not going to be allowed to take 2 or 3 touches, lads. Sinisalo, loose ball. Ralston actually gave him credit. Their bodies up and allows Angels to break away. That's a lovely touch and break move, actually, to be fair. Good for Angels and Forrest. Good feet for the Belgian. Kind of just lays it in. Forrest goes in between, gets kind of clipped there. Referee says nothing too much wrong with it. Must have got a good foot on the ball. That's a weird header forward, and Rangers will retain it, fair enough. They'll just kind of send it back towards us though. You'd think they would have kind of tried to soften the blow there, but instead they've allowed Celtic to retain it in the half. That's a lovely, to be fair, brilliant challenge. And Celtic in return put in an equally good one. There we go. It looks like both teams have actually started to wake up a little bit now. It's not all one-way traffic, finally. Some life. Fuck today, aren't they? Who knows? It's going to be a very stressful 90 minutes, let's say. At least we've got through 10 of them over. Good pass for Sinisalo. Don't know why you would just send it straight back to him though. That could be a very dangerous switch depending on how it bounces. Yeah, good shot. Love that. If Dyson uses his body, kind of forces it, gets the ball back, played into space, used it, get the cross in early. Right idea, still dangerous, flick over the top. Ida's going to have to try and put some pressure on him. He might get there in head of time. He's still in the box. Played out to Ralston. Is he going to go for a quick cross or get it inside? Tries to just go inside instead. McGregor has it. A little bit better for Celtic there, but again, no real end product or shot. Cross into the box is a lot more dangerous this time around though, but again, just not really particularly well hit. And it's not just the defence that's lacking for Taylor, the crossing is too. It's not a good sign, man. How you doing, kid? Nice to see you, lad. Hope you well. Kind of what you would expect. Rangers are trying to kind of go forward as soon as they get the ball, force chances, force shots. Celtic are more possession focused, trying to get into the box before we set up a shot or go for the kind of dainty cross, but like I said, no real end product or chance so far. It's hard to say Kelly's had much to do. Can't Rangers give them credit there. Raskin might just look for a shift inside if he can see it. Yefte rolls it back, trying to force any issue he can. Barron switches it across. Lovely ball into space. Cherney's touch was actually just as calm. The Cells rolls it back and it's a good steal again. That's better for the midfield, man. It's got to be a foul there. I guess referee says no. I guess a shot pull is just allowed to happen. Cherney gets forward with it. Celtic throw another body in the way. They'll get it out towards the far side. Here's Yefte trying to hold it back. Cherney. Right idea to be fair, but well dealt with by Celtic. You know, there's a potential break, and this is where Maeda can do something. He gets onto the ball, but it bounces back for Diamonde. Switch the cross. Here's Yefte, but Rami's behind him if he needs him. Ball into the box is half dangerous. Carter Vickers gets it away, and sure enough, falls exactly basically to that spot. Raskin tries to swing it in. They're doing well to hold up, give them credit. Simple passing around the back. Balogun has it. Looks for any open options. Diamonde just probably has to be safe with that one. That's exactly what he ends up doing. You can tell they're trying to bait as many bodies forward and then just put one really well-timed ball in behind up that far side. You can see Tavernier basically just standing there on his own. Oh, well, they go up the other flank instead though. Would have made more sense to switch, but I think they tried the fancy pass. Ralston just kind of let it go through him and it's out for a Celtic throw-in. Calm enough. A wee revenge match wouldn't be so bad. But, yeah, I'd like to see a couple of more indicators that we've got something going. That's calm for Rio. Better for Rio. There we go, big man. Simple. Carter Vickers gets out to Forrest. He's bundled over. Referee says foul. The Cells doesn't seem too happy, but to be fair, there's been a few relatively soft fouls given for both sides. Not going to lie. Do you say Parkhead or Parkhead? I say Paradise. Played out towards that right hand side. Still dangerous actually. Could go for a quick cross if he opts to loop it. The setup was there too. That's so fucking frustrating, man. Because then you're just going to go backwards. Yeah, like, what's the fucking point in doing all the nice intricate work and the triangle passes to get up into the fucking space if you're just going to go backwards and then nearly lose it as well? Jesus fuck. Come on, man. Stale ass football defensively at times, man. Carter Vickers goes for a kind of courteous switch. Scales. Why are you doing that? Fuck's sake, man. Played back to Sinisalo. Now we're just slowing things down for no reason. Don't know why we're doing that shit. You got to be calm. Played forward and there's a break for Taylor. Good shit as well. Could be a potential opening here. Rangers have forgotten how to win at home. I suppose that's fair in some ways. I guess we have a Tavernier fan. Oh, that's awkward. Aye, that please! Oh, for fuck's sake, man. It's a shot at the very least. At least he got something off. Could have had it first time, but he tried to take a touch to get a better shot away. It's good defending for Rangers. Give them credit for getting the block in, but fucking hell, just got to react a tad faster, man. It's the one thing you can say Rangers have over us right now is they're just a wee bit quicker to things. But the composure's grown as the game's going on for Celtic. The last 10 minutes have definitely been better than the first 5. I can say that one quite comfortably, but again, it's like as soon as we get into the box, it's like the ability to take the correct touch just disappears a tiny bit. You got to run for that, Ralston. Jesus Christ, yeah, I was going to say. There's an open crossing lane. Please don't just do that shit where you go to the side and let them break it. There we go, gets a cross in. Better. How the fuck do you mess it up that bad, man? Oh, there's so many options. It's just played straight to Suter, basically. I mean, I get that Ida was behind them, but could have done a wee bit better with it, I'll be honest, given the amount of time you had to fucking tee that one up. Definitely going for the crossing tactic. that was sort of the feel. Good enough for Yang, plays it in central. Could be an opening actually. That's a lovely ball over the top, but oh my god, fucking hell, that was awkward. I mean, I think he was offside anyway, but I mean, again, Kelly doesn't look very confident. You'd say that's the thing he's lacking on. It's shown that chance again. I should have done a wee bit better with that one, honestly, man. Just that extra touch, shouldn't have taken it. But he seems a bit more switched on than the rest of them. You know what I mean? He's trying to kind of get his foot in where he can. I can't really argue with it too much. Just needs to be a bit more effective with his finishing. Try and learn of the spy, huh, Caden? There's a ball forward. Use your Burnlow's Forest. I don't understand that whatsoever. I mean, I respect the fact that he got to the ball, but the cross just... Pretty much to sum up Celtic's like entire first half so far, it's just kind of half-assed. No real kind of direction on it, just trying to get it into the box rather than kind of putting it into a specific place in the box where there's a runner. Kelly sends us one far and high. Headed back by Carter Vickers, well kind of dealt with by Yefty. Brilliant header back in by Benchels, but apparently it's a foul, which is kind of right to complain about. The guy just kind of stood there. Classic Raskin antics, I guess. I mean, yeah, just backs up. He knows he's going to take a hit, in fairness. That's kind of how to search for a foul, like, effectively. I'll be curious to see where they go for this one. At least they exchange handshakes. I think they both understood they were just trying to get the foul, though. Fair enough. Can't argue with that as long as they're friendly enough about it. It's played back and they're just going to have to play defensively, I suppose. Sent forward and well taken by, really calm touch by Carter Vickers, although the pass across isn't great, and Sinisalo very much aware to run out and punt it. You'd say that's the two good players for us so far, Sinisalo, and you would say up front for us, yeah, either, which is kind of rare. You want to see Maeda kind of wake up in a game like this, for the love of Christ, man. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh. I thought Ralston was going to do something cool. He nearly did, in fairness, but Barham just kind of blocked out for a throw-in instead. %100%. Okay, just Taylor, what the fuck are you doing, lad? With all due respect, why did the fuck is he getting minutes if he just cannot find a pass? I've seen him for like 3 minutes this entire match, and usually it's just to see him make a mistake. Forrest nearly actually caught him out guard there. God damn. Good break forward. Referee doesn't say that's a foul, so there could be a chance. Ball into the box is dangerous as well. Good block by Suter, and it's out for a corner kick again. No real shot comes from it. Oh, I mean, Maeda would have been offside, but I don't think Suter was taking any fucking chances whatsoever. Do not blame him in the slightest. Come on, a good corner in here in Giles, mate. Come on. That's actually half decent. It's awkward as well. It had to be kind of hooked clear by Rangers. It will definitely fall back to Celtic possession. It's just a case of do we swing it back in or do we play it safe? And safe seems to be the option. Back to Sinisalo. The Finley's after the skipper, and hopefully we've got something brewing here. Very weird shape we've got at the back there now. Taylor goes across to Carter. Very high press that Rangers have got going on right now. That's, I've got to say, I mean, looks like Raskin and Giles are getting a wee bit physical. Oh, and now Raskin, yeah, Raskin's trying to do the wee rat antics. I kind of figured that based on the way that he's been playing so far. Literally just pulled to the side. You're the wind-up merchant for this game. Go and get him. No offence, McGregor, but you know he's trying to get into your head, lad. Just fucking shake it off and move on. You can get into him by scoring an absolute thunder cunt into the top bins for 35 yards. You've done it many a times this season, Cal. I have faith you can do it again. No need to stoop to the boy's level. Give him shit, but give him it in a different way. That's a good ball forward. What a steel touch for Maeda, hold on. Oh, and the pass is lacklustre. Like I said, it's that final third pass. They really need to work over that over the summer, man. It's like the big fucking telltale red flag that we have as an offence. Rangers fella just standing on the side waiting for any open option, but none are coming. So we kind of leave it for Tav to tee up from a little bit further away. Hope yours is all having a lovely time of things though. And what he's making in the match so far, because again, not too many chances. But it's definitely not to say there haven't been no opportunities. Rangers have certainly had the better kind of crack of the whip, let's say, but Celtic have had moments. There's another potential kind of match or flashpoint coming up here, let's say. There's a kind of set piece opportunity, but 35, 40 yard issues out. Maybe they go for a banana swinger for here. It's worked for them twice already, so it's got to be one of those kind of situations where, yeah, it's the near post, someone's going over, for fuck's sake, man, it's this, you can see it coming, man, and it's Raskin that gets away with it. How's the smallest guy in the fucking field allowed to just waddle away, man? Who the fuck was marking him first of all? Same shite as always. It's a simple fucking set piece and the defenders decide to stay more fucking static than statues. Bell ends. Thanks, man. Although they might have to check that because he could be off. It's really hard to tell. He could genuinely be off. I feel bad for Sinisalo because he did well to get a hand to that, because it was, again, you can't take anything away for the header, but he might be offside. Which doesn't save the absolute fucking catastrophic marking at the back for Alston. But I think it's going to get disallowed for offside. I think we should be fine. Another massive fucking let-off though. Might take them a bit to confer it though. We'll have to wait and see. But again, even if that doesn't stand, what's the defence doing there? Come on, man, this is just stupid. Agent Alice is unfair. To be fair, from like the first angles that they showed, it didn't look that bad, but for that one there, it looks off. Like, you can see him lean out for the rest of them. It looks pretty obvious on paper. Like, for the first angle, it looks close, and then it shows the one that's up to the side. Like, I think that's got to be disallowed, and I think it will be, yeah. Waved off. Yeah, I mean, at least they got the fucking call right, but again, it doesn't take away from the fact that defensively, this is getting very, very stupid. We've been given a bit of a lifeline there. I mean, again, about 3 or 4 of them were offside. But the fact that the smallest fella on the pitch was able to get a header in amongst a sea of green and white bodies does not fill me with a lot of confidence, man. Jesus Christ. Way offside, you're spot on, John. What did Rio do, David? I mean, to be fair, he's probably the one that... Oh, hey, good slip for you after. That's quite good, to be fair. At least him and Forrest can have a laugh about it. That nice moment, I suppose, but... Sent forward, that's a good ball inside for Rangers. Maybe they're looking for a potential route inside. They've got overlaps. Taylor, please fucking step out at some point, man. You know Scales has got that fella covered. There we go, there we go. You got Maeda doing the press now as well. It's like both teams are just taking turns and waves basically to have like 5-minute stints of pressure. Opening 5 minutes it was Rangers, the next 5 you'd say it was Celtic, then it was Rangers for 5, Celtic for 5, and now we've kind of had like 7 or 8 minutes where you'd say it's maybe been more Rangers orientated, and now we're about to break in with a chance here. That's got to be a foul. It's a straight up fucking clap to the back, man. That's a yellow card if I've seen one, so get to do it. Diamonde knows he might have gotten away with one just a little bit there. Yeah, I mean, fucking hell, that's about as clear as a yellow as you can get, but referee's being soft with it, I suppose. Ball in the box could be dangerous. I mean, they've hit us with some good set pieces so far, man. They've hit the bar and they've had a disallowed goal. Give them something back. Don't just hit it like half limply into the box and it just bounces off the first blue shot. That pissed me off so much. I said, I don't mind losing, but fucking lose in a dignified and respectable way. None of this fucking half-assed crap. Please. Oh my fucking god. It's like, honestly, I might as well just be a prophet at this point. I just fucking knew as soon as he fucking stood up for that, we pop into the space. You have an entire sea of bodies to aim at and you pop it into that fucking tiny area marked only by blue. Fucking eccentrically bad. No fucking creativity whatsoever, man. Throw Bob Ross onto the field and he couldn't fucking salvage this shit. Better for McGregor. And why would you go backwards? You've got a man overlapping. Nah, Forrest, you lay it back. Fuck's sake, man. How many This is getting ridiculous, man. You got Taylor trying to come out all the way there again, man. What the fuck is going on? Fucking it. It's just like watching the B team, but worse, actually. It's just genuinely depressing. Can't win a loose ball, can't time a simple fucking pass. Forrest had 2 runners there and decides for some reason Ralston's the one you want to pick. Completely killed a very good chance to break into the box with about 4 or 5 Celtic shots on one fucking swoop there, but nah, lay it back to fucking Ralston. This is our goddamn problem, man. 1 or 2 key pieces get injured and the rest of the team plays like they're fucking still being run under Dowie, like fucking Ronnie Dwyer, man. Stale shit, depressing ass football that is so easy to predict, you can fucking see it before it happens. Stevie Wonder could see this shit coming. Defensive lines even he could fucking see through, like Jesus, what is this, man? Diamonde's got it. Played into space, lovely taking touch, can't take anything away there, good marking for Celtic in fairness though. Push and pull for both sides, neither wants to give an inch. Rangers eventually kind of concede go back, but the quick ball into space actually makes sure that they pretty much put themselves back where they were. Ball forward, good interception, takes a big deflection, and it's going to be a chase down for a corner for Rangers. There we go. Just a very, very stale ass half an hour of football. I'm hoping that this is again very much similar to like Dundee and St Johnstone, where first 30-35 minutes we're shite and then we score and then all of a sudden the floodgates open. But I don't think they even know where the floodgates are. Curious to see where this corner kick comes in. Never mind, the referee's making it about him again. Whoa. Diamonde trying to ask the goddamn goalkeeper, alright lad. Ball, box, cleared but not fully cleared. Forrest. I'm really trying to root for him, but he's having a horrible game so far. It doesn't look like he's got the legs, he's losing every single fucking challenge basically. His passing has not been on it whatsoever. why I said it would have made more fucking sense to start Yang, because Forrest is more of a kind of substitution player. He's a fatigue and fitness type player. You don't start him in matches like this because it's just not going to stick. He needs to get in behind his man, and he's not doing that much. It's a long switch over to Maeda. See, that's what you need to be able to do. Lovely pass into space. Dangerous, takes a bouncing bobble. Should be a corner kick for us, and we get one. Decent enough. Good defending in fairness for Rangers. Diamonde somehow managed to kind of like deflect that behind. Gives it a wry smile, but a little bit better first start. Maybe we can do something on our own. I mean, just something on target at the very goddamn least. Set pieces are always going to be the way of scoring. In this game, you feel like that's probably how it's going to come, yeah. Speaking of them, though. Oh my god, good fucking header, but equally good save. If Sanasalo's earlier on was good, that was just as equal. Even Ida's giving him like the compliment. Like, that was good reactions. That is a goalkeeper stop. Take nothing away from that whatsoever. Nothing wrong with the header for Carter Vickers. Gets up big and strong. It's just a brilliant reflex stop for Kelly. Tips it over the bar. Saves him some real embarrassment there. Fucking good work all round. Can't take anything away from that. Beautiful header. Equally good save. Another corner kick to come in. Potential danger for us to get one on the board. See that we both had very good chances like that now. Ball into the box, takes a bounce down. There's a lot of shouts for potentially something, but the referee says foul Rangers anyway. Just having words, I guess, with Kelly in some aspect. I'm guessing there was a foul or something on that. Oh, right, offside for Ida, I'm guessing, when it came back through. Fair enough. We need more attacking play, absolutely. 100%. Like Liam Kelly's a fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, he's one of those goalkeepers, he's like Scott Bain, you know what I mean? Like, you know he's got that occasional performance where he's actually, like, somehow really good. But it's in the games where the lights don't necessarily shine as bright on him that you kind of see the mistakes. Just look at some of the goals they've conceded over the last few weeks. It should give you a good example. Oops, sent forward. Can you get there, Dyson? You can. Good stuff, big fella. There we go. And it doesn't matter because Taylor's giving the ball away. Fucking useless, man. Come on to Christ. Ball in is fucking good as... Sanasalo, thank you, son, because that could have got real bad real quick. I really do not like how far up Taylor is, man. You need to stop doing that. Thinking you're fucking prime like Theo Hernandez or some shit. Like, you're not going to get away with that. That's a lovely touch for Ida, though. Oh, and it's followed up by a fucking woeful one. Why can't you cunts string together two cohesive passes, man? It's the same fucking thing. Oh my god. I was watching the fucking playoff game in the non-league match between Kilbride and Brora, and that's had more interesting aspects of football than this shit. Ugh. Please stop. There we go. Sanasalo sends it forward. Right idea, but brilliant cutout for asking. In fairness, can never ever take away a good touch like that. It's played across. Suter's got it. Might have to play it fast though, which he does, and Celtic steal it back. Taylor's done something of use. Let's go. Thank you, big man. We have hope. Here he is. Plays it forward. There we go. Two cohesive passes. There, amazing. Played out to space. Lovely work between Rio and Dyson. Ball into the box is dangerous. Headed up and away. Not really convincingly. It could bounce either way. Get to it. Yes. Good shot for McGregor. Calm and composed. There we go. Good shit, a lot better. 1-2 passing looks a lot nicer. Do not go backwards though, please. Lovely touch, lovely, better for Ralston. Ball into the box, ain't half bad either, and Kelly's going to get there, he'll collide with his own man to get it. Better safe than sorry, but at least Taylor ankled it. There we go, see what happens when you just take a pass and stand your ground, Taylor. It's so nice. I do appreciate that, David, that's Kenny, man. Celtic in holiday mode, it feels like it a wee bit, doesn't it? Oh, to be fair, Diamonde did actually catch Taylor a belter there, by the way. I didn't even realise, I mean, apparently that... I'm just saying, if VAR is a thing, that could probably be looked into. Pulls the guy's arm, takes him down. The fuck isn't he? Well, I'm going to take a stab and suggest that he's going to be the new manager then. You gotta fucking die to get these 3 points. I love Neil Warnock. Yeah, I love how they just conveniently skip over that, by the way. Diamonde has gotten away with 2 individual drags across the face now. Brother needs a yellow card in his locker at some point. Get Taylor, Scales and Rio off. Can't honestly argue with that too much. I mean, I think slip for Taylor in the second half would be wise at some point. That's another loose pass for Forrest, man. It's just, he just doesn't have the fucking ability to get it done right now, does he? Lad, I love you, but you can't just keep panicking as soon as a fucking body is near you. Take your man on and just run through him. That's what you're known for. Chance for Rangers on the break now because of that. And it's got a corner. Scales is complaining, of course he is, but... Just case in point, man, we have so many good break opportunities and then it's just, we'll half-ass the pass. Like, no, you can't do the counter-attacking and then just leave the last bit out. And again, we've seen plenty of set-piece opportunities this game that have gone very, very fucking weird for us. Near post, there we go. Well, that's probably the easiest one we've had to defend this entire match so far. Straight at the first man, cleared away by McGregor. Rangers will try and run it forward again, although they're going to be put under immediate pressure with that pass. It's awkward, and I'll tell you what, it does well to force the header, but it was never really going to be too threatening. In fairness for Suter, it was kind of obvious that was going to go wide as soon as it left his head, but I mean, in fairness, once again, I don't understand Ralston. How are you the biggest, most physical defender we have, and you are literally getting bitched about by this fella? Like, stand your ground, lad. Fuck's sake, that's twice 2 people have just ran in between him and been able to get a header onto something. Kelly's just going to be put under pressure for either there. Great touch for Jeff Day. Equally good pressing for Celtic forces the issue in the first switch. Rangers will have to be calm with this one. Good takedown and a break is on. How the fuck did that manage to get through anyway? Cherney goes for a shot and it sails over everybody. Kind of 2 half-hearted attempts for Rangers in the last minute, but they're trying to force the issue where they can. Well, considering how one-sided the first 5 minutes of this match was, at least there's been some signs of life for Celtic, but it's, you know, signs of life after a tragedy. Like you just know they're sitting in a car bleeding out kind of thing. Like, you want to kind of see them get out the car, get up, dust themselves off of the glass and walk away for the scene unharmed. Right now you're not really sure how to feel, you just see the crash in the distance, you're like, if I walk up to the window, are they alive or not? They're still coughing blood, Celtic, but we've got to kind of move a bit faster, or at the very least more effectively in the second half, because the fucking long passing has been bad. That's the nicest way I can put it, it's been very, very bad. Break forward for, what I was going to say for Celtic, but it's been intercepted and it's now a Rangers counter-attack, and they in turn do a very silly pass to give us the ball back. I think both sides will feel the same in a lot of ways. Just that final pass just ain't really there sometimes, although again you would say Rangers have had the better opportunities in the first half easily. But at the very least, Kelly's been walked, so we can say that's something. Ralston's going to have to kind of step back to grab that one. Lovely. There we go, Forrest. This is what I'm talking about. Use your fucking pace and body to your advantage. Spins away for his man, uses it beautifully. Like that's the Forrest I know, not this hold it up and pass shit. Just go at him. Much better when you see stuff like that, but again, it doesn't mean shit because we just go side to side and then go backwards. I don't stand what Rodgers was talking about with the pride and passion of the club before the match, because where the fuck is it? I don't see it. Forrest. Good 1-2 inside, although again in Gill's final ball, it's always like, if it's the final ball into the box, it's always going to be shite. We really should just stop taking shots for range. Because we just are not getting into the box. Kelly hits the deck there, that's hilarious. It's sent forward. Camfy Scales, slightly sliced pass back, but calm enough. Don't know, if you're rating this half out of 10, what would you put it at? Because right now I'd say it's a solid like 4. Although as soon as I say it, Ida! Ida! Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Oh my fucking god, I take back what I said. That's the best chance of the half. It's a perfect pass, and Ida again, he just tries to do too much. Ball into the box is dangerous, and again, just like, we try to be too fucking intricate. Why didn't you just hit that first time, Ida? Why do you insist on touching the thing? 2 big opportunities where he's just like, nah, I need to be sure of the shot. Now here comes Rangers on the break. And they're 1-0 up. This is what I'm talking about! When you have a half-competent fucking striker, man, absolutely fucking shite. Case in fucking point, man. What happens when you have a striker that sees a goal and just hits it at it? Doesn't panic and take 15 fucking minutes? Brilliant, man. The literal definition will show you how it's done. Fuck you, Ida, you useless cunt. Get the fuck back out this cunt. I'm so done with him, man. Every fucking time. Been saying it for the past 30 minutes. If he stops taking a touch, he just finishes it. But no. He needs to do it. He needs to. Because his confidence is that fucking rocked. Oh, you fucking stupid cunt, man. You deserve every single piece of hate that's coming your way, you stupid fucking prick. Being Irish ain't going to save you, mate. You're a fucking overwashed fucking Norwich reject that can't fucking score a goal if you were put one-on-one with the net itself. Pathetic prick. How many fucking times do we need to see this? And then Dessers just walks up the other end and he's like, oh, well, I mean, I'd have just missed this. I'll just show him how it's fucking done. Fucking 9 million quid, by the way. 9 million quid for a hold-up merchant. They can't even hold up the fucking ball half the time. Shit gets so stale so fucking fast, man. I'm sick and tired of getting this prick chances. He's missed 2 brilliant opportunities this half alone. Ugh, it's just dumb. Right at the fucking end of the half as well, as if they could have picked a worse time for it to happen. Fucking sat there for the last 2-3 weeks defending this prick and his stupid fucking lanky ass legs. Oh, he's just getting his confidence back. Fuck it. Don't care anymore. You don't deserve confidence if you play like that, you coward. Genuinely fucking hope Rodgers pins him up against the wall at half time and actually lets him know just how fucking shit he actually is. I'd look him dead in the fucking eyes and say, this is why we've been looking at a striker since January, because we know you're fucking pish. Brother scores a brace against Wraith and Aston Villa and thinks he's fucking set for the season, man. It's brilliant. This is what happens when you start half of your fucking B-string players. Ralston's been mid. Forrest has been mid. Taylor has been fucking awful. At least he's had 1 or 2 half decent-ish moments. I don't know what the fuck Rio's doing. I haven't seen him for about 30 minutes. I feel bad for McGregor because he's the only one that's trying to do any driving runs, and Gilles' passing has been off. Honestly, with the exception of Salo, I don't really know who I can say has had a half-decent performance. Shite bags, the fucking lot of them, a bunch of overprivileged, overpaid pricks. Every single fucking one of them, with the exception of Dyson Maeda, because Dyson Maeda, I love him. Probably McGregor too, but the rest of them, like, might as well have just fucking stayed home, lads. Put in a wee sick day or something, man, because Jesus Christ. Well, we need second half syndrome to kick into full fucking effect. That is the minimum. That is the absolute minimum now. So I'll look at the half-time stats, because yeah, it's the same shit as always. Oh, we've got the possession, we're doing all the passing and all the fancy shit. This is the stat that fucking matters. These are the stats that matter. The big fucking number here. Doesn't matter if you're fucking making chances, if you've got a cunt out in the front that cannot actually take anything that's put in front of him. Sick and tired of this, man. We need a actual goddamn striker before I lose my shit. You just knew as soon as Jota got injured last week it was just going to be a fucking snowball effect, man. Now you've got Kuhn out, fucking Johnston out. And we actually have to, in 2025, play fucking Anthony Ralston and James Forrest as starters. Rather than wasting 9 fucking million and 10 million on stupid useless fucking statues, how about we invest them into youth? Just invest them into youth. That's what worked for us in the past, man, not buying fucking 11 million statues and fucking cunts that literally just sit there and waste spots on the field. If I'd have played half as good as for Celtic as I did for his national team, man, we'd have some fucking striker on our hands, but apparently whenever he puts on green and white, he just debuffs. Do you know how in like a video game when you put on a piece of armour you get like +2 or +3 charisma? His goes down. Because I can't fault the cunt's passion, man. I love the guy's like, you know, he cares, you can tell he cares, but if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. It's the same shit we've talked about with Taylor. Like, you can't be inconsistent in every match that matters and then show up against fucking St Johnstone when it doesn't. It's not why you're bought. If you're fucking brought into a club like Celtic, Rangers, even Aberdeen and Hibs, you're brought in because you're going to be a key player. Ida's just not done enough for me this season to justify it whatsoever, man. That's why I've always said, like, this Gordon, we should just take the punt, pay 10.5 million, because at least we get a guaranteed fucking striker that's got European goals for that. No, I definitely don't disagree with you at all, Jim. Feels like that to some extent. It's like they just want to keep themselves fit for the end of the season because they want to fuck off on their holiday and they can't be off sitting over the summer with a broken leg because, oh, we don't need to go full pelt anymore. See if I'm Rodgers, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think. See if I don't see some legs getting snapped or some fucking, like, genuinely, like, passionate challenges, get in amongst them, body them up, show some fucking bones. Because right now they're just getting played through like they're jello essentially, man. It's like you bounce off them rather than, you know, have to do anything. No Pope of Rome, no Queen of England either, mate. Just saying. Hopefully we turn this around in the second. Well, that's the fucking minimum. We need to be, like, at the very least, way more effective with a forward passing. I am fucking sick and tired of seeing Forrest run down, see that there's no one there and then just stop. Wait 10 minutes and then pass it back to Ralston when he decides to finally get his arse up the pitch. See, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Michael. Like, I don't mind losing, but while losing to a team that isn't even trying that fucking hard. You know what I mean? Rangers haven't, like, again, with the exception of the first 5 minutes, that was the only time where they were actually, like, on top. The rest of it's been kind of, like, you know, back and forth. But then you just see shit like that where it's like, again, you have a clear, absolute, beautiful break, beautiful pass through, everything's beautiful in the counter-attack for Celtic, and then it falls to the one guy you would want it to, your striker, and he decides to take an extra touch when he sees the keeper rush him, because he's a fucking, just an absolute disgusting, awfully bad striker, man. Might as well put him on the fucking bench for the rest of his goddamn season and tell him how those are and when the summer comes, because the second we get Chris Gordon or fucking Ioannidis, there is no need for him. Have a king though? Aye mate, he'll be gone in about fucking 6 months, you kidding me? Well, Jesus Christ man, he's more withered than Deadpool's ballsack. I don't think I'll be worried too much for much longer mate. It's a very normal thing, isn't it? We're British and patriotic allows us to systematically oppress ourselves to a bunch of German ancestral kings. Like, aye mate, fucking go right ahead. I'm not even a religious person, I don't give a shit. The Pope died, congratulations. The guy was in his fucking 80s, 90s, whatever it was. Still managed to ball out on Easter Sunday, man. It's just showing that goal back here, it's just so fucking stupid. Even the commentators are saying the fact that Ida bottled that is just ridiculously poor. Because it means, like, from the second we miss, it's about 20 seconds from one side of the pitch to the other. Because I think all the Celtic players thought, right, surely Ida scores this. But obviously, once he misses, everyone's fucking struggling to get back, and Scales can't track his run. Same shite as always with us. Yeah, they're just probably prioritising safety at this point, Jim. That'd be my thinking. Like, might as well just keep them fit for the cup final and then we get that. But again, like, every one of us said even before the split, like, that game against Rangers is kind of important to us in the sense that it's just to restore a bit of fucking faith in the games that are massive. Because that means the last 4 or 5 major games that we've had to play, we haven't won in any of them, if you really think about it. Like, with the exception of maybe the fucking semi-final against, like, St Johnstone, which, I mean, it's St Johnstone. There hasn't really been a hard match. The last few crucial ones have been the kind of obviously the double header against Bayern, that fucking last Old Firm there, the one at the kind of start of January as well, and the game against Villa. Look, not been particularly good under pressure, and we need to fix that soon, man, because it's just way too complacent. You can tell that's what this is. You've got to lose with a bit of fucking passion though, man. It's just stale as shit. No idea. Honestly, David, you wouldn't be too far off the point. They must be thanking their lucky stars they managed to actually get him off his books for some amount of money. Because the fact that they have is insane. That's the only thing I can really say here. Like, I love the guy for his passion, and again, he's had some good performances, but I even said in the cup final last year after we beat Rangers with that last minute goal, I was like, that's going to just ruin him in its own way, because it will pure hype him up and then he won't be effective. But he has been so ineffective that a literal winger that's 5'6" and from Japan and has never played naturally as a striker in his life has been able to just waltz into his position and outdo him, like, comfortably as well. So I get people who sit there and defend Ida at the end of the times. Oh, he's our big Irishman. Why the fuck would you say that about one of your big Irish boys? It's like, because he's shite. He's not that good. You want to see some consistency, that's all I'm fucking asking for. Can't fault the guy's character, I can't fault the guy's commitment to Celtic, but not the performances, sadly. So I'd say honestly, it might be one of the changes we'd need to consider fucking making. Even throw Kenny on, because at least there'll be someone that can actually hit a fucking shot first time. Oh Jesus, well I hope you're rested now, Michael, that's the main thing. That I'll be honest, I'm the polar opposite. I like passed out at some point at like 1 or 2 in the morning, woke up at like 5 and I've been awake ever since basically. Wait, no, incorrect. No, I woke up at like 5 and then went to bed again, got up at like sometime around 6:30, 7. I don't even fucking know, to be honest with you. My brain is a foggy mess. But we move. I still have faith we can do something in the second half, but it's just not been too. It's just not been too good. That's like the epitome of what's happened so far. I mean, technically we could be 2-0 down, probably 3. It's hard to say that Rangers do not deserve to be in the lead. It's just the fact that, again, their goal is so goddamn stupid because it comes from us just basically handing them the fucking chance after missing a sitter of their own. Big shake-up has to happen for the transfer. We need defenders, strikers and midfielders. Too right. I mean, that's probably why we're looking at that wee PSG youngster for the... Fuck, I forgot his name. People will know what it is though, but him... That's why we're looking at Fisker, and that's why we're looking at defenders as well. You know what I mean? There's a couple of talks here and there about potential signings we could go for. But, yeah, unfortunately we have to see the season out with what we have. And, again, having a few of our kind of big hitters. I mean, Johnston's our literal best defender this season. He's not in the team. Kuhn's been probably one of our better just overall players as is, full stop. He's not in the team. And obviously Jota's Jota. It's, you know, like old firm territory, that's his specialty. He would love a game like this, but of course he's pretty much, you know, out for the foreseeable future, let's say. So it's, I don't know, it's like when things go wrong for Celtic, it's never one thing, it's like 5 things at once. I was going to say that, by the way. Nah, doesn't matter. Next year's the one that matters. 56. If we keep playing like that next season, then it's going to be way more difficult. Aye. Liquid. Fair enough. Thank you ever subscribe, that's very kind. If we can gain like 2 or 3 more, that'd be quite nice. Like, I know the 2000 end of season thing isn't going to fucking happen. We've already been over and touched on all the details with that, so I'm not going to sit there and make this more depressing than it already is. Keep it calm, lads. I get things are a wee bit tense, but come on. We talk about the football, not the fundamentals of it. The only thing that goes wrong for Celtic is playing Rangers, it seems. Well, to be fair, it just seems to be teams in blue for whatever reason, right? Fucking St Johnstone, Kelly, Rangers, they all tend to get just really stupid lucky. I mean, St Johnstone has easily been like the game of the season where you've just went, how? You know, like we genuinely dominated from start to finish and they had one fucking chance basically and scored, and you're like, alright, I suppose. This is more annoying because it's like we've had chances, we should have probably scored 1 or 2 ourselves, but at the same time Rangers could have scored 2 or 3. Like, this game could theoretically already be 2 each, but the finishing's been, for better use of the term, very lacklustre. No subs at half time, I fucking swear to God that better not be the case. Maybe it's a case he'll give them 10 minutes to see if they can get their shit together, and if not, then maybe make that change. That would be kind of ideal. I don't know, again, when you look at bench options, it's not as if we can do a lot, you know, offensively. Like I said, we can maybe think about bringing on Yang at some point. That's realistically the only thing we can do with the wings, which would probably entail pushing Maeda central to get Ida off the pitch. So that means you would have to either keep Forrest on the right or play him out on the left and bring Yang on the right. So that's the issue that I'm probably looking at in that sense, unless we just do a straight switch and bring Kenny on. But wouldn't be the point of doing that. You'd want my head on the field one way or another, so that's my thinking. But I think McCowan might be a good switch for in Giles at some point, or maybe even Rio, pushing Giles out to the left, and maybe you can use the fucking long pass and get McCowan in behind. That's a potential route as well. Obviously, maybe Schlupp for Taylor just for that crossing aspect, and having someone that's a bit more powerful, harder to kind of get past. Because Tierney and Tavernier have had very much an easier time getting past Taylor than I think they would Schlupp at this point. Again, it's not as if Rangers don't have options that they can bring on as well. They've got really good ones on the bench too. Denio, Jumane, McCausland, Hadji, a few faces that you can definitely rely on in them as well. But for us, obviously, I think Trusty might be one of the calls for scales. What fuck me, we need to... his confidence just isn't there right now. I'd say Yang and McCowan might be two of the other types of shouts. Because I see what we're trying to do with Taylor, but, you know, he needs to defend, for fuck. Maybe Rodgers has proven a point to the board that the money needs to be spent. There'd be better ways to prove it than deliberately throwing games. I mean, I don't think it's a case of that or anything. I think it's just obviously the fact that, you know, the season's pretty much near enough at an end. So, yeah, I guess you can get away with half-assing it. It's not as if Postecoglou did any different in his last season. We all kind of knew the last few matches of that. We're just kind of like, are you good? Like, is everything okay at home? Like that type of thing. But when he gets skills or Taylor a minute, Yang for either, and wee man up front. Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. The offensive changes make sense. Let's see if we've got any. I don't think so. I mean, Taylor's still on the pitch, so that's a guarantee. Forrest is there as well, and so is Iris. It looks unchanged. I don't see any obvious changes or any kind. No changes whatsoever. Bollocks. Not a problem at all, Michael, not a problem at all. There's so many opportunities we've had this game, we just get the ball. Yeah, but pretty much it, Jam. Like, we know we can score. That's not the problem, it's the fact that we're getting into the spaces and opportunities and we're just not really taking them. Just a case of tightening up the ship a little. Limit the chances that they can get in the second half, kind of maximise the output of our own, and if we can get something going, fantastic, but very much easier said than done. The second half is officially hurry up, fuck's sake. There we go, underway. There we go, we've got the ball rolling. Hopefully a decent performance to come. That would be just the bare minimum. A much more convincing second half, and I'd be a little bit more relaxed about this, I think, just overall. Still champions, exactly, Michael. For better or for worse, we'll get through this. 45 minutes one way or another. Hopefully we're smiling at the end of it. A draw wouldn't be miserable, but kind of the bare minimum, to be honest with you. That'd be like the absolute bare minimum. No one wants to lose to the rivals under any fucking circumstance. Maybe we get it right in the second half, exactly that. You've got to have faith until the second one goes in at the very least. That's when you start getting depressed. I just don't want us to do the same shite where we go fucking side to side, get into the box and then miss another open fucking net again. We know we can make opportunities, so we should just give it a go, throw everything at it, see what happens. It's one of those, isn't it? It's like, yes, we're champions, but it's like, doesn't help though. We're not really playing like champions right now. Although again, subject to change, second half can always switch up, and already it seems like we're being a lot more direct. Here's Forrest, gets the ball out to the side. Much better. Like, that's so much better. Actually just moving the ball, not holding it up and then going backwards. 1, 2, 3 fucking passes and we're into the side of the space. Perfect ball down the flank, and even though it's well defended admittedly by Rangers, it's a corner kick. It's something for us. I get one of the midfielders on. I'd say about the 60th, 65th. It's a half decent cross, half dangerous. I think it's. Well, I mean, it's been given for a foul, I guess. It should have been another corner kick, most likely for us. Instead, they decide otherwise. Curious to see how tactically we set up here, because Rangers have gone basically to that flat midfield. Now, like, you can kind of notice Diamante is more or less in line with the rest of them. He's not kind of off on his own. Don't know why Kortavickas couldn't have just taken a touch there, but he plays it out to the side for a throw-in instead. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Yeah, the rest of the players that are still remaining anyway, I get that. That's a good ball forward for Rangers, well headed away though. Give Manny the credit, got some neck muscles behind that one, but it's still a potential break for Rangers down that side. Cherny has it. Good layoff as well, gets out towards that far side. Here's Diamande. Playing it calm and safe, Balogun. Can't fall that too much actually, to be fair. They could go into space. Again, Taylor, get there man, don't allow your man past you, for fuck's sake, dude. A little bit too easy. Sinisalo has to kind of gavel the ball at his near post. There wasn't too much of a threat there, but again, case in point, Taylor's just steps a bit, just a wee bit too far forward, and they're able to just kind of cut inside of him. Didn't even have to actually go through him there at all. That's lovely for Rio. That's a lot better. Come on, move the ball with a bit of pace and purpose. There's Taylor. This is the one time when it makes sense for you to be forward, big man. Run it. Goes backwards. McGregor's there. Plays it short. 1, 2. Again, like, what's the fucking point in breaking out in pace if you're just always going to go back to the same 2, 3 passes across the face of the fucking halfway line, man? It's just. I want to see a different approach. Decent ball into space, come on. Taylor. That's better. Dies in, please, big man. There we go. Chance potentially. Ida trying to do too much with the feet, but he does well to keep it in play at the very least. Again, trying to be too fancy with the passes on for distance, and Forrest, for some fucking reason, does that, and now Rangers have a chance to break. I swear to God, if we do the same thing twice in a fucking row, I'm going to lose this, man. Good. Kortavickas is able to put a block in. You fuckers are getting way too goddamn lackadaisical with this. It's like they have the chance, like, right, we can just let them attack then. We don't need to track back. Fuck's sake, boys. McGregor played out towards space. Here's Rio. Come on, son. A lot better. At least the idea was there. It's going to bounce. Ida will have to hold it up. Lays it off for Taylor. Calm off, ball into space. Here's Forrest. Laid off to Ida again. We're getting touches in the box, but there's no direct ones at goal. Ida tries to win the physical. He doesn't even manage to get past his man. Jesus Christ. Eventually clear the way. Sort of an Ida exchange. We pats in the back, I suppose. $120 is better than $118. You're absolutely spot on. Nice and even. Oh, you doing on a Perm? I didn't even see you come in, Phil. Hope you're having a nice time of things. I mean, not by the sounds of what you're saying, but I hope you're at least trying to survive whatever the hell we're being subjected to here. Strange game of football, this. Scales. Better. Taylor. Not as bad, we can still do something with that. That's better, Rio. There we go. That's a bit of fight, big man. Not just giving up, actually chasing it down, throwing himself in the fucking way. That's what we need to see more of. And then it's backed up by Giles just spinning away for the ball and just giving it away. Like, for fuck's sake, that's the difference, man. You got some players that are willing to throw themselves in, like Maeda right there, man, trying to force the issue. You just got some players that ain't willing to kind of dig that extra yard out of themselves. You need to rob and smoke the first part of the day. We're full being there. Oh shit, Rangers just hit the ball in the box. That could have been dangerous. Carter Vickers clears. It's still not fully gone, please. Yeah, okay, right, they've gone backwards in the end. Jesus Christ. I don't like this at all, man. Just need that clear-cut chance. Here's a break forward for Rangers, though. EFD. Laid off on that far side. Trying to see if they can get it into space. It's awkward, and Carter Vickers wasn't taking any chances. Gets in front of Sinisalo and just pokes out for a corner kick. Could have left it for the goalkeeper, but opts not to instead. Corner kick coming up. Fair enough, I suppose, lads. Try and keep it civil. Can you get there, Forrest? For fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, if I'm a Rangers fan, I'm kind of annoyed at that too. That did not seem like a foul. I don't know what the fuck Barami's trying. Get the fuck away, you stupid wee Moroccan melt. You kidding me? Taylor might be 5'6", but he'd dice you up in fucking seconds, lad. Don't even do that shit. Dumb. What's the point in that? Fair enough, I guess. Well, that's not a foul though. Ah, yes, ref. That's insanely fucking consistent of you. Sent forward by Rangers. I'm confused by how the fuck the consistency works here. I like that Furio, he does well, he holds up. Good stuff, big man. He's definitely taken whatever's been said at half time to heart. There's a lot more kind of consistency to him anyway. Is Barami the Moroccan or am I tripping shit? Because is it him or is it Ajamani? Honestly don't know, they both could be. There we go, better for Rio again. There we go, Carter Vickers has it. Can you move it forward? Scales to Taylor. Very awkward, but he does get the pass off. And Maeda does well to get into the box. And still is dangerous. Please do something with this. Why would you take the touch there? Shot. Yes! Yes! Oh my fucking god! That's the hardest chance! And the referee's trying to say it's offside now. Okay, we have to wait and see. Something's happened. Referee seems adamant it was offside. We'll need to see the replay back, because where the fuck? I'm confused. Is it because for Maeda? Or are they doing that shit where they're trying to claim it because there's someone in the keeper's way? Oh, it takes a bounce. Fuck off, man. I didn't see that the first time. Of course it does, even when we get a fucking clear-cut chance. This is going to be really close. I think it's going to get disallowed, I'm going to be honest. I mean, they're talking to VAR about it, and usually they only do that if it's a potential error, so if it goes over to the monitor, we could be on for something. Because it looked like it could have came off our player, but it looks also like it came off the Rangers player as well, so unless it's for the initial ball through to Maeda before he breaks into the box, I don't think there's a reason for that to be disallowed. That's maybe what they're checking to see for that Maeda running behind, because that's the only thing that I see wrong with that besides. Because the shot, yeah, it comes off of a Rangers player too, so it might stand. This is going to be interesting. It fucking stands! Let's go! Right! Okay! Thank you, Ida! See what happens when you don't fucking waste time and you don't do your dilly-dally touches, just fucking fire it, get something. Better, big man. Much fucking better. Now move to get another one and you fucking redeemed yourself big style. That's how you make up for that sitter in the first half, fella. Much fucking better. They were checking to see if Maeda was offside on the ball through. I figured there would have been something like that, but he was onside. Very close, admittedly, but he was onside. And they thought that it came off they thought that it had obviously deflected off I think Dyson when the shot came back in. That's why the linesman had raised his flag so early. He thought it came off our Celtic body, but obviously it didn't, so the goal will stand. Yeah, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Oh, that's going to suck for Kelly as well, because he probably would have got there too. Either does well to spin away, and this is what I'm saying, he doesn't take the extra touch. That's all Rodgers must have said to him at half time. Like, lad, see if you just don't do that extra touch bullshit, you're genuinely like an efficient finisher, just hit it. Prime example as to why. Good stuff, big man. Redemption, that's what we like to fucking see. Why do I need to lose my shit at players for them to play good? I'll never know, but nonetheless, back in it. Things you love to see. Right on the hour mark too. Kind of quietens Ibrox down a little bit, and there we go. Looks like Yang and Bernardo might be two of the other changes, so he's going for the more physical setup, I guess. Obviously, McCowan's more technical. Might play through him if that's the type of thing. I know, definitely one of the weirder goals to score, but does the goal stands. The goal stands OP 100%. It stands. They were checking for an offside on the ball through if he dies in Maeda, but he was onside. More than fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're breakthrough again. Forrest. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That could have been something incredibly good. Big opportunity there, man. With stream delay and stuff, OP, I'd say about like a minute and a half, yeah. Oh no, why would you slip there? Fuck me, man. Big fucking time to slip up, big man. Like, do not do that again. Jesus Christ. I didn't manage to see if that. Of course they didn't. I don't think we would if it was the other way around, so it's more than valid. I didn't Craig needs to see if that. Brock's a bit quieter now. I mean, yeah, it's one of those where it's like, it's the check that takes the momentum out of it as well, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously they'll be sitting there like, eh. Just kind of kills any momentum that they had at the start of the half. But they do have an opportunity, and a very good one right on the edge of the byline, well, pretty much on the byline, I should say. Crossing could be dangerous. Tavernier is there, headed away at the near post, but still not fully cleared. Poor pass for Tierney, and I tell you what, that could open up a lane for us. That is a good pass for Ida. And Maeda's going to try his best to force the issue, and I respect it so much. He tried his fucking heart out there. See, look, I just woke himself up, man. Like, he's given him... Like, Rodgers genuinely might have actually pinned him up against the wall in the locker room and told him to get a grip. None of that extra touch crap. He's just doing what he needs to do now. Digging in. There we go. Better. Still been a very poor performance. You're absolutely not wrong. But at least the kind of second half syndrome has kicked into effect to some degree. Nice to see you, Stockroom. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Likewise for you, Robert. Well, those are two Celtic changes on. Yang and Bernardo are on, and of course that means Forreston and Giles are off. Rio has been a lot more effective in the second half, so it'd be hard to justify taking the fella off. That's 100% fair. Those changes work for the most part. That's good for McGregor. Calm passing. Yeah, this is all I was asking to see in the first half. Just calmer 1-2 touch stuff. So why does it take us like 55 minutes to start playing actual football, man? Scales. Good pass out for the back, laid off. Here's Paulo. Oh, what a cut. That is a lovely cut touch, and he's going to try and open up lanes. Here's another break. This is brilliant, fellas. Here, come on, chance. Taylor into the box, bounces around. Dangerous. That doesn't get a grip of it, and that's kind of the mixed bag reasons as to why Ida's a striker. It falls to him, and again, it's that situation where he's facing away for the goal. He has to take a touch. Of course, there's a fucking bottle of bucky on the pitch. Surprise, surprise. Fuck's sake, I really hope. Why do fans do that? Well, regardless if it's a Celtic or Rangers fans, I appreciate that Rangers player for going and getting that ball. Jesus Christ, man. Not needed. Sent forward by Kelly. Actually won by Tavernier. I think that's the first like header he's won against Maeda outright. Paulo sends it forward. See, like this is a lot better, man. There's an actual fucking purpose behind when we're passing, at least. You can see what we're going. Problem is we can't just dominate these derbies anymore and demolish them. It's a good problem to have though. You don't want to have like a one-sided derby, you know, it's just boring. It's good for McGregor. There's an actual chance for us to get something going here. Please, Ralston, have a hit, son. Does have a hit, takes a big deflection. McGregor, edge of the area. He's not going to have time to get the shot off, but he can lay it off in the to some area. Gets out to the right. 1 or 2 passes. Got it to the byline. Is a cross coming in or not? No, it's a lovely 1-2 layoff, but Yang's touch lets him down there. Fuck's sake. But he wins the ball back, and it's an advantage that the referee's given. Fuck me, you really like that whistle in your mouth, man. You must do. You actually thought it'd be no, I think it's 2. I mean, to be fair, I said 2-2. I said like a 2-2-2-1 type scoring, looking all over it. Tierney and Barami are coming off. Ajimani and Hadji are coming on. Kind of makes sense just to kind of calm the heads a little bit. We obviously know Ajimani was the fella that came on and scored late in the last match to take the game from us, and that was fun to experience. So ideally we don't want that to happen again. I'm curious to see how the last 25 minutes of this game work out then. Tierney gets a pat in the back. He doesn't look too happy, to be fair. Good take. Lovely for Dyson, man. The footwork there was clean as fuck. Scales does well to pass out for the back as well, and we could have a breakdown that far side. We have to go backwards instead. There, that's calm for Rio. Opens up the lanes. Taylor's got a run on. Uses it. Here's Dyson. Tries to cut in inside, but he's doing his best to hold his man up. That is a very loose swing. Tavernier does well to kind of move himself out the way. It could have been a lot worse. But a throw in for Rangers instead. Tierney does not look too happy whatsoever, by the way. It's just showing the replay. Like, he fucking really isn't happy. Jesus. Got a few relatives in Glasgow. Things you love to see. Kelly sends it forward. Scales wins the first knock on. Suter wins the second. Eventually Paolo skips it out and just sends it as far away as he can. Rangers will just do some tracking back in their own right. Oh, good fucking pressure for Yang. He forced the issue there. He could audibly hear the stadium die down a little bit, because if he got caught out there, that would have been a 3-on-3. More importantly, just outside the box, Celtic are starting to engage the high press themselves. McGregor does well to try and force the issue, but Rangers now have an open kind of lane to run into, and they're taking every advantage they can. Here is Hadji. Oh, loose ass pass. It's going to make them pretty much have to reset their attack. So Celtic have gotten a grip of themselves. You'd say they've been the better team in the last 10 minutes or so. I don't know what the fuck Diamonde is doing. That is classic Rangers, isn't it? Rio's standing over him like, "Are you good, bro? Do you want me to help you up?" And he's like, "Ah, don't touch me. I've been hurt." Like, brother, you're 6'1" or something. No offence or anything, but that's pathetic. Like, if Rio's still standing there over him, like, bro, you know I'm not actually, like, an asshole or anything, right? It's like, I'm Japanese. I'm just checking you're okay because it's what I do. Maybe that's why he's upset. Can't go back to the dugout and give them a wee spray. Well, you'd say they've had a much quieter second half overall, Rangers, just in terms of chance creation on its own. Rio's still standing there with his arm around Diamonde as if he's like, "Bro, I ain't letting you go until you shake my fucking hand." I think he did at some point, so that's good. You know what I mean? You can't hate on Rio. It's just making sure you're alright, lad. Oh, good pass in fairness. Sajimani from range. It did look half dangerous, to be fair, but was always sailing away from the far post rather than towards it. Oh, he is the Moroccan. Right, Ajimani is the Moroccan. There we go. I knew one of them was. Just don't be playing out for the back, Celtic, please. Don't need to be doing anything silly or stupid. We've got 20 minutes left in this one, give or take whatever's left of additional time on top of it. You'd say at this point you'd be getting about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Good hustling for Maeda, forces the issue. It's going to be a throw-in for Celtic just outside the Rangers box, basically. One or two good passes can do that for you. But Rangers look well set. They basically dropped everybody back into their own half to kind of cover those loose spaces. Oh, that's good though. Good challenge in fairness. Can't take anything away of that. Right idea for Celtic, but beautifully defended at the same time. Here comes a breaking chance for Rangers though, and it's more or less a fucking 4v3, lads. You do not let him in here. Do not let this happen again. Why have you slipped at the worst time? Why are you both slipping? On your fucking feet, lad. Now they've slipped. What the fuck is going on with the grass? Rather than fucking watering it, did they oil it up? You had about 4 or 5 slips there, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Have you heard a bit of Scott Brown? He does. He's just Japanese. He's polite. He'll fuck you up, but he'll shake your hand afterwards. That's the difference. Tierney will be massive once he's here, 100%. Foul or a throw-in, one of the two. I think it's a throw-in. Definitely a much better second half, but still very much either way here. Good touch for Taylor in fairness, good stretch out. Dyson, good idea. Oh, that could be awkward. Taylor's managed to... I really love the fact he switched on there, man. He stayed with that. Tavernier had to cover that and just about did. Otherwise, that would have been a very, very simple pass. He doesn't know he's too nice. Well, to be fair, I mean, it's not his fault. He was raised in like a normal country. It's different to feel like kind of raised in fucking, you know, like Lothian or any Celtic area in Scotland. Different styles of physicality, but Rio is still physical in his own ways. He's more than willing to throw himself in the way of a challenger too, and I can respect that. %. Couldn't have put it better myself, Robert. Stop appalling score predictions. I mean, just hit me with a 1 or a 2. If you think Celtic win this, hit me with a 1. If you think Rangers win it, hit me with a 2. And if you think it's going to be a draw, hit me with a 3. That's good for Rio. Paulo. Good hustling, good defending again for Rangers, but Ida stays with him. Good. This is better, man. This is much fucking better. There's not been a red card yet in this game. I know, like, there's been some challenges that have been really soft and the referee blows the whistle like instantly. And then there's other challenges that are like clear and obvious yellows that are just allowed to be fine. There you go, you think it's going to be a draw. Respect it, guys. Harry's on with a Celtic win, we'll love to see it. Jesus Christ, it's getting very snappy now. But it's somehow a... Is it a foul for them or us? I'm confused. Like, McGregor gets clipped there. Hadji does... He gets clipped by his own fucking man, basically. Okay, fair enough, man. They're that effective, they can fucking foul their own players and still get fouls. What was that? A bit strange, but it is what it is. Sent forward and out. I think that one was the sales, to be fair. I think that one was Hadji, Chief. So you can make a joke or two, as long as it doesn't get personal. That's saying about it. No need for hate. It's gay. That's a good ball out from the back. Actually, we could have something going here. I'd like to have hoped to think that we can. It's slightly under hit for Taylor, but I think he was expecting Maeda just to step in just a wee bit quicker there. Which honestly I can't blame him for. He'd be used to the kind of support network that Maeda usually has for him, but switched off from calm. That better shape wise, Celtic, come on. Good work for Rangers, can't take anything away for their build up, they're keeping it close to their chest. Ball over the top, as soon as I say that basically Scales cuts it out. And we don't necessarily defend that one too well either. Still a throw-in in dangerous territory. Maybe Tierney can teach Rio when he comes in. Just pull him to the side. There's a right big bang, here's what you do. See if someone does that to you. Just still dangerous. Fucking hell, I was going to say, like, we should have kind of cleared that after the first pop-up, but Rangers managed to get 1 or 2 additional ones, and eventually Sinisterra gathers it, but Should have dealt with that a little bit earlier and sooner. And again, Taylor just fucking isn't switching on, man. You've got to be defensively sound as well, lad. Ball out to the edge of the area, across the face, and thankfully overhit way too much. Young will just guide out for a throw and calm and comfortable enough, big man. Cuts it back towards Carter Vickers. Any Serie A scores? I don't have any live scores up beside me, Chief. Obviously my screens are occupied with the kind of Celtic and Rangers match, but I'm more than willing to check it full time if you need me to. There's a break for Rangers on the move here. Fucking hell, that could have been dangerous again. Just allowing a simple run off the back end. Could have done a lot fucking better to watch that one, but Raskin just kind of drifts in. McGregor does enough to put him off in the end. Carter maybe could have stepped out a bit faster. Then we should put Sean Kennedy. Presuming you're talking about Giorgio Kenny. I mean, the change that we've got right now is Schlupp. He's going to be coming on for Taylor, I'm imagining, because Rodgers must be noticing that, you know, Taylor just isn't there right now. Napoli are on fire. Good to see. I've seen a bunch of like people complaining about like McTominay, like, oh well, yeah, of course he's thriving, he's like playing at a lesser level and all that shit. I'm like, no offence or anything, but I think he's upgraded. Right, constant Champions League football, you know, potential Serie A champion, everything goes well. Taylor is just coming off the field. Much better second half for him, I will say that. Like again, everyone's had a massive uptick in improvement for the first half in general, but give Taylor credit, you know, he's managed to kind of stick out a much better second half. He's did more in that amount of time than he did in the entire first half comfortably. But down to the big man at the back to kind of give us a bit more stability there in Schlupp, so maybe not in terms of offensive creation for sure, but at least we have someone that can cover that back end space should we need to. You'll get Inter and Fiorentina winning Europe. I mean, I agree with Fiorentina, I love Fiorentina. I always pure remember the fucking Batistuta with the fucking old like 90s style one. Oh, old 90s style like Fiorentina shot, that pure iconic one. There's a half chance for Celtic there if we kind of caught them out of game, but Rangers have the ball. 79 minutes been and gone, they cut inside looking for any options that they can. Shot could be on, they're still just holding it up. Lads, you've got to try and step out at some fucking point. Ball into the box is dangerous, headed up and away. Unnecessarily cleared, could be a shot from Ranger incoming. He goes for the cross instead. Oh no. Oh fuck off, not like this. Oh my god, thank Christ for that, man. Jesus, good defending at the end of it, but it was so scrappy to begin with. That first bounce down could have gone either way, and Haji's down pretending like he's been up. Like, oh Jesus, you let Ria. Raskin slips and then Sinisal does well to block it. There's just a collision of bodies in the middle. And yeah, pretty like Haji just gets caught in the middle of it basically. Because it spills back out from Sinisalo. Yeah, Haji just kind of miss-swings and then McGregor miss-swings and everybody goes down and then Scales gets caught up in it as well. That is an absolute baller, man. I remember watching like highlights of him as a kid and it was always just a long wavy hair. I'm like, oh. Him and Andrea Pirlo, they were two of like the most like intrinsically interesting players to watch. In terms of chance creation, I would agree with that, Jam. I wouldn't say it's been like the most boring 1-1 in the world. It's the two big number 9s that have popped up with goals a day. Obviously right at the end of the first half, the Sayers popped up with his goal after Ryder missed a, to put it nicely, absolute fucking sitter. But he did redeem himself in the second half. Favourite munch? Don't even know, to be honest. If it's like an optional thing for me at this point, I'm not particularly fussed. As long as it's good enough, I'll eat it. Say spaghetti, spag bol, man, can't go wrong with that. Homemade. Shit is supreme. Ball is sent forward by Rangers. It's a good... What a touch, actually, in fairness. Oh, Rangers still retain it anyway. I love that, though. The wee backheel touch for Paulo was nearly clean as shit. Instead, the Rangers have a chance to break. Jimane lays it off. Raskin plays it out towards that far side. Still awkward. Still bouncing around. Fuck me, man. Why does it like consistently have to do that weird ass bounce? Ball into the box again. And thankfully over everybody this time and just lead away to safety. Fucking Orioles, man. I need closure. I've had a horrible week, I need to get shit. Wait, Hadji's came off, didn't he just come on? Maurice Bailey's came on. What a name, by the way. I absolutely love that name. But it looks like Ira might be the final exit off the pitch. It's one Irishman for another. Johnny Kenny's coming on for Ira. One big man for an equally bigger man. Not bad actually, Watchalong, I'll be honest. Right, let's see what Kenny does. I mean, we've barely seen him this season, so maybe there's a surprise like... Oh, what a tackle. Rio does well, stays on his feet, stays on... Oh, he actually did stay on his feet the entire time as well, but I think they're going to pull that back for a foul. Yellow card has been brandished. He does know where the cards are. Referee with that. To be fair there, McFadden's just going to be angry for the sake of it, I guess. I think he might have just took a weird fall, to be honest with you, Jam. I couldn't honestly tell you. Good camp. I love how there's like a 2 from Barry Ferguson who's been yellow card twice as a fucking manager. A roast chicken dinner, not bad to be fair. Fair enough, David, fair enough. Oof. Come on, Paulo. A good fucking ball in here, please. We are genuinely in that territory where if there is a goal, it could probably win the game. A decent ball into the box here, and that's all we can ask for. We do have some physical presence should we need them. Let's see what happens. This ball into the box, back stick is awkward, headed down and away. Is there going to be a shot that comes through? Takes an awkward bouncing up off everybody. Yeah, you're more than fine, David. Don't stress about that. I think he was being sarcastic. Ooh, good pop up and touch actually. You got to move that faster though before you lose it. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, just a bit too physical. Even the Rangers fans were kind of more eager with that one. Raskin and Bernardo having words. Definitely a much better second half. Smoking some beef ribs. Oh, dude, don't even get me thinking about that. Jesus Christ. Can't go wrong with a good smoked meat. Is Yang going to get there? Yang is going to get there. Oh, Yang! Still got it. Great fucking feedback, man. I really appreciate the fact he actually kept that in fucking play. Still has it. Lovely layoff touch. We're playing around and on the outside. The footwork is really calm here. Ball's bouncing around. And eventually Rangers get it clear, but that was a lot better for Yang. He really tried to force the issue where he could there. Seven minutes added. That'll just be like plus until Rangers score. Like Fergie time 2.0 basically. And Barry Fergie time. Absolutely not. Hopefully not anyway. Kelly's going to send this one as high as he can. Try and get it onto someone's head, and that head is slop. Good hold up touch for Kenny in fairness, and that's got to be a foul. He's clipped him in the air, yep. High boot. No complaints for Bailey, just moves. Oh, it's a yellow card too, I suppose. I was going to say, I mean, it was high foot, but it wasn't like malicious or anything. He was just trying to get the ball. Fair enough, happy to card them when it's the end of the game and it doesn't matter as much, I suppose. Definitely seen much harder fouls honest today than that, but fair enough, he's in the book. Scales. That's awkward. Slip will chase it down just to kind of force the issue, I'd imagine, yeah. I don't mind that too much, and he actually kicks on the end of it. The force Rangers to try and throw that one away. You want Kenny just to get a goal at this game? I know, like just for vibes. Time's running out. Sunbird there is not interested in the game whatsoever, man. Her head is buried in her phone. The game's gone. Oh, that's a... I respect the Paul who tried to get in for that one, wasn't going to walk out. Rangers will retain it, try and go forward where they can. Ball out towards that far side. Don't know who it bounced off. Rangers throwing it is, fair enough. Snapping skull. No, we don't know how many added minutes there will be until at least another 30 seconds or so. I think it's probably going to be some, I'd say closer to 5. That's a ball forward. Go on, Kenny. Go on, Kenny. Fuck off, ref, man. You can hear literally the entire away and just unanimously go fuck off. How is Suter, a big fucking fridge-like man, going down like that? So it's nothing. We should have had a chance there. Fuck off, man. Referees have scammed it again. And of course he's going to go into the book for descending the ref, but I'd be doing the same. I'd be telling him to fuck right off and all. Grown-ass man going down under a challenge like that. Fucking getting away with one big style there. Otherwise it would have been a straight up one, pretty much a run into the box. It would have been a 1-on-1. He might not fucking scored, but he should have been given the chance. Classic SFA moment. Sent forward. Rangers won the first knock on, Celtic won the second. That's just Canada. Oh yeah, stop the player for the Rangers player, make sure he's good. Did he get hit in the head? I hope that he got hit in the head, because that's the only reason they should have stopped it. It looked like it hit him in the chest, but... Fucking hell, lads, come on. We need something here, it'd be funny. You don't need to leak Rangers comments, man. See, whoever's doing that, like, that's kind of abusing your powers a bit. Let them talk shit if they want to talk shit. So it's only when they get personal. Don't know why Sinicello's doing that, but fair enough. Throw-ins to come. The FD on that far side. See if there's any potential breaks down there. Oh, good hold up for Yang. Keeps with him. Kind of half-hearted ball, and there's a potential break for Celtic, but we just play it straight back to them instead. I suppose that's one way to do it. Oh. Good potential break for him, but it's just going to be sent forward. That's offside as well. 7 minutes added on. 7 months member on here. It's a sign that you have a 2-1 on. Oh yeah, there we go. Diamante's down and fucking injured, like always. Oh, hey, there's the rollover. Poor wee you big fucking lanky log, man. What is your script? Like, if Rio has to walk back over to make sure he's fucking training, buddy's alright. Like, are you good, mate? Do you need me to shake your hand again? Like, bro, if it's that bad, just get him off the pitch and bring a fucking sub on. So as soon as the referee starts walking over, magically he's back on his feet. Like, bro, it's so fucking obvious. They're flopping and flailing all over the place. It's what they do. Can't be too surprised that they'd be doing the same. Looks like they will be bringing on Daniel for the last few minutes or so. If that is Daniel, I could be Holloway long. That is Daniel, it's 99, it's fine. He'll be coming on for the final few minutes for Diamonde. A bit more defensive orientated. They'll probably just play for the draw. Might as well at this point. Don't know how the fuck Young slipped and still able. Oh, what a fucking touch that is. That could have been something. And the referee gets in the fucking way and slows the ball down! You can't fucking allow that! But they're allowed to play on, I swear to fucking God if this happens. You have to stop the game if it hits the referee, but they've allowed the fucking play to go on for some reason. What is that shit? Seriously, man? Celtic are on the break anyway. Can we get something from this? Young does well to try and stay on his feet, but he won't be able to retain the ball. Fucking inconsistency of the dude in black today, man. The referee has been woeful. Now Ralston's done with cramp and all. Fucking hell, man. Come on, boys. I know you're trying to fucking... Fucking referee has done so much to slow that counter-attack down as well. That's the annoying part of that. I would have just rolled straight back out to another Celtic player that and just... Got a few minutes left. I don't think either team will really care about it if it ends as a draw. That'd be like mutually, it is what it is. You'd say it'd be fair based on the balance of the game, but fuck me, has it been one of those old firms where you're just kind of like, what was this exactly? Rangers weren't at their best, Celtic fucking absolutely weren't at their best. I think a 1-1's honestly fair enough for the most part, but frustrating given the chances that have fell our way. It's a good block for Paolo, just about stands his man up, can't complain about that too much. Ain't too much time left now at all. 2 minutes basically as of this point. It's definitely just going to be a full send situation, yeah, minus the goalkeeper. Ball into the box is half dangerous. Don't know why the fuck Slip would get ahead of that. Again, Sinisalo needs to be a bit more clear with his communication. How you doing, Robbie? Nice to see you, my guy. I think Celtic have got a moral victory. I wouldn't even call it that, man. A very stale draw for the most part, but it is what it is. I don't think, like I said, both sides weren't going to be at their best either. That's why I kind of figured this was going to be a 2-2 type of game, and realistically it should have been. But a late winner for us would do fucking absolutely lovely right now. All kind of pandled out towards the right hand side. Might just send it forward. Don't know what you're doing there, Ralston, but that was lovely. The attempted touch was quite nice as well. Ralston will kind of body his man up. Good stuff. At least he's putting the effort in towards the end. That should be a foul. Gives it the other way for some reason. Raskin's doing his ratty shit thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's just been pure stop and start for the last few minutes, so I kind of have a feeling that may be it, realistically. I don't know if we gained any more subscribers. We didn't, we gained one. Jesus. Well, this may be the last genuine opportunity. Not too bad. This is it. Do or die territory for either side now. It's on the referee's claw. That's a good challenge, actually, in my head. I might be able to fucking break. No fucking way. Do it! Do it, Dyson, please, son! Oh my god, he's fucked it. He's absolutely fucked it up, man. Why can't you just pull the fucking trigger, man? Saw his fucking name in headlights for no reason and just, oh dude, that's so disappointing. Just proves the point. That is the way to sum up this game. The finishing is just shit. Rio does so well to win that challenge, and Maeda just fucking hell, man. If you're not confident with that, you just like, it just fucking tries to roll it for some reason. That is so fucking hell, man. Just hit it, and you've got a shot at the least. No, fucking story of our season, man. Just try to be too fancy at times where we don't need to be. Bruh, well that's full time. I mean, you can't complain about it too much, I guess, but again, case in fucking point. That's so dumb, man. How many fucking chances did you waste that game? I think both sets of fans will be pissed off. Like, why did we get up at a fucking, like, nearer, like, with 12 to deal with this? Rangers will be pissed off because they should have put the foot down after they got the first, but fizzled out as the second half went on. And Celtic, just another standard. I even made the joke where we could have like 5 shots, 3 in target, and somehow still get a goal or two, but we genuinely we could have just won the game though. 9 times out of 10 he scores that. That's my point. It's like as soon as a big game happens, these cunts just dial it back down to 7s at best. Bruh. Ah well, fair enough. I don't think either side will really complain too much. 1-1's fair. You know, it doesn't really do too much in terms of obviously table or anything. It's quite easily locked up that Celtic and Rangers are first and second, but you know, slightly frustrating from us. We should have maybe got something there, especially given that chance at the end of the game, but for all intents and purposes I ain't too disappointed in it at all. I think it could be a lot worse. I think that's probably the nicest way I can put it, and absolutely could have been a lot worse. Mixed bag. If you're heading out for the stream, if you're just here to watch the match, please consider leaving a like on the video on your way out. It helps with the algorithm and it helps with the VOD views and stuff like that, so I'd very much appreciate it if you can. If you are new here, by the way, you can subscribe. I mean, we're not hitting 2,000 by the end of the season, but we managed to hit 1630, so that's very kind of the people that have done so. Thank you very much. Kieran Tierney coming in as a new captain. He'll probably come in as a co-captain at first. 1-1 is fine. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those where if either side of the support, you'll be like, could have been worse. Again, Rangers fans will be pissed off because they could have put the game to bed earlier, and Celtic fans will be pissed off because we should have won the game very late on, but it is what it is. 2 very, let's say, scruffy goals for the number 9s. Obviously, theirs coming off an absolute sitter for Ida was not fun, but at the very least he managed to redeem himself with a goal in the second half, so you know, give him a bit of respect for that. But it's the same kind of opinion that I have with Taylor at this point. It's just there's some players that they're good, but they're not Celtic good. Like, you need to constantly be pushing for better, and I think Ida's a step backwards for Kyogo, if you're asking me honestly. Again, I can't fault the guy's passion, because look what happened in the second half when he actually stopped doing that extra touch bullshit, but just little things here and there that we could have done a little bit better. Kind of how it goes sometimes. Going to switch over to F1 now. Not a bother at all, man. You enjoy. Well, there ain't too many games left. I think there's 4 as of this point, right? If I can recall right, let me just take a little gander through the list. Maybe you'll just see some. Yeah, we go again on the 10th of May. At least it's a bit later, so you know that game's whatever. You're more than welcome to join us for that one if you would like to. I feel like once McGregor leaves, I think Tierney's like he'll come in as co-captain, I'd imagine, and then like if McGregor's injured or something, yeah, he'd take like full captaincy then. But he'll definitely have it for a while. If he's a Celtic man thing out to the end of his career, 100%, he'll be captain for like 6 or 7 years easily. But right now, it'd be hard not to justify giving it to McGregor. He's not put a foot wrong as a captain. It wasn't that bad today either. It's hard to say who man of the match was. I mean, honestly, you give Sinisalo his credit. He was actually quite good in between the sticks for us today. Didn't actually put a foot wrong. You know, made some really decent saves. I think you could make a case for Rio in the second half. He was a lot better than he was in the first, and obviously could have teed us up to win that game right at the end as well with that brilliantly timed challenge and a couple of decent passes in the second half too. So I'd say him. You can't really say too much for the offence because again, yeah, I'd have scored, but every other aspect of his game today was lacking, for better lack of the word. And my Maieda's missed about 2 really good opportunities this game, so it's disheartening when you look at it like that. But again, I don't think it's too bad. We could have lost the game by 3 or 4 by half time, let's be honest, and you know, we might have had probably the better second half, but it wasn't through chance creation, it was just through, you know, controlling the ball, making sure we had more options and time on it than they did. Aye, no, that's definitely more accurate on a Burnell, spot on, man. 100% though. But I think overall, not so shabby. I think we can call that maybe not a successful game, but a game that we can at least, you know, look back on and be like, yeah, it was something, I guess. We didn't lose, so take the silver linings out of that one. Again, considering how fucked it could have been after the first half, at least we were able to kind of come back and grab something. You wouldn't call it second half syndrome, I'd call it like start of the second half syndrome, and then we had like the kind of 10-minute stint towards the end where we were a little bit better, but Rangers just did the right things, I guess, defensively. But fuck me, should we have scored at the end? That's so frustrating. That's going to sit in the back of my head for so long for no reason, man. I'm going to overthink about that a lot, but hey, I think over the course of the game, 1-1 seems about fair. You could probably make the case for 2-2, but I don't think either set of fans will be too disheartened. But Carmack levels have dropped massively this season. I would disagree with that to a major extent. Like last season he was kind of inconsistent. This season he's at least put him up with like long range goals. He's tweaked on like the defensive part of his game. Like sure he isn't, you know, the fully vibrant diving into every single challenge that's available to him type of player, but that's because he's older now. Like, you know, if you get injured in your kind of mid to late 30s, you're going to have a much tougher time shaking that injury off. And obviously, I think McGregor's aware that he's at that stage in his career now where every minor injury can always lead to a major one. So I don't think he'll be as, like, you know, bitey, let's say. But still very good midfielder. You're spot on, absolutely comfortably one of the best in the country. But I think Rio made his case tonight as to why I stick by him, because yeah, he's not going to always be the best, but you can see he's trying. You know, he's not 6'2", he's not built like a brick house, but he's still throwing himself into challenges like that fucking right at the end of the game there, where if Maeda takes that chance, everyone's talking about how fucking brilliant that challenge was for Rio. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a the classic would have, should have, could have kind of scenario where yeah, Rangers could have won it, Celtic should have won it, but what happened was very different. Simple draw. I don't think either sets of fans, like I said, will give a shit too much because season's done, there's nothing to play for. It's a different story if it's like a last fucking, you know, Old Firm and there's like a point or two in it and it's a major kind of, you know, indicator as to the rest of the split. But we know what's happening. You know, we're 17 points clear at this point in time if my brain remembers. In fact, let me just pull up Google and check. Yes, we're 17 points clear at this point in time, so yeah, by the time the season's end, that could potentially grow to about 20, which should tell you how comfortable we've been able to deal with this season. Tierney will have to manage his injuries for the rest of his career. I hope that's why we've kind of like focused up on him a lot more, especially when he comes back over the summer. You can tell he'll be pretty much in the fitness rotation all the time. He'll be constantly be working on his muscles, and especially in his lower calf and ankles, man. Those things are made out of glass. He needs to work on them ASAP, I would say. But I mean, yeah, I think that's all the points I really need to cover for this game. I'll be fully honest. But if you want to throw any more questions or whatever into chat, you're more than welcome to do so. We appreciate all the likes and stuff as well. Very kind of these as always. And we even gained a couple of subscribers. We're at 1630 now, so not so bad. Not so bad at all. Not the greatest day on planet Earth, but respectable. I go down to the shop after this and get cigarettes and things too, so try and get that wrapped up as soon as possible. Just keep some time for chats to be put out. But if not, then of course you know the next time you can join me is on the 10th of May. Not too long now, fucking 6 days for this point actually, but yeah. I've got darts to go to tomorrow as well, man, but my elbow is fucked. We do need that replacement, 100%. 100%. That's you off. I hope you have a good time on the Perno. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, my guy. Please take it easy. Don't drink too much if you're doing anything. You're after else. There we go. Fantastic. You enjoy yourself then, my guy. Till next time, brother. You have a lovely day. I think we'll get ready to wrap things up relatively soon here too. Too shabby. Thanks, I love to see. I love how it comes up on that as like spin celt, but like on the actual like performance mode live chat thing, it works fine. It's very confusing, but nonetheless, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for this, and for the feed as well. You can join the Discord in the description below, by the way, if you would like to. If you haven't already. We just talk shit in there sometimes. I don't know if I'll be in there later on in the day. Like I said, I still need to go and do one or two things first, so bear with me while I kind of wrap all that up. But before that, let's wrap the stream up. Get that done and dustido. All the necessary things. Right, we know the goal. We know the drill. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. So, thank you for watching, thank you for taking the time to come along. You've been here from the start, fantastic, thank you so much for joining us, it's always appreciated. If you've joined us for even a little bit of it, you're more than appreciated for that as well. It's had my time is Celtic over. Maybe, who knows, again, there is such an inconsistency to that man that we need to figure out if he's just got like a hex on him that makes him shit for one half and then half decent for another. Find the middle ground and then go for there, but I think it will just depend on what he does for now at the end of the season. Not a problem at all, David, it's a pleasure to have you, likewise with you, Flash, we do appreciate you all. But like I said, you're more than welcome to join us the next time that we are live. If you're curious as to when that is, it was about 15 minutes before any Celtic game basically, so about 2:45, give or take, you'll kind of see the notification for this channel if you have them on pop up, and I'll kind of notify you and be live about 5 minutes later to talk shit. Thank you for joining us as well, Harry. Pleasure to have you as always. The Irish flags are always nice to see and chat. We do appreciate you a lot, brother. But yeah, I should think that covers basically everything that needs to be covered. We always shout out the members wall as well. A few people up here that are still worth giving shout outs to. I don't know if some of them have ran out actually, I haven't checked, but fuck it, they're still there anyway. I think that covers everything for the most part. Give it until we win something. Once we get that cup final to get it like fucking up, you will be there in full effect, my guy. You have my word. You have my solemn vow, Michael. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. And we'll catch you in the next time where we absolutely duck down Hibernian and make sure that we're vibing and just canter our way through to the rest of the season. We've got one major match left, and that's the final, but like I said, we'll be live for every game from now until then. Thank you for watching, thank you for coming along. I've been Kikasian. Until next time. Bye!